Coming up on Energy Switch, global population and its connection to energy and environment.
People create things and enjoy, but people also pollute and destroy. And so it's really natural to ask whether more people means more environmental destruction and whether depopulation is what's going to come to the rescue and save us.
Thoughts?
Yeah, that was everybody. Go back and what he just said is exactly the issue. What we're dealing with here is cultural change more than anything,
Right.
and we have a culture now of basically low birth rates.
Yeah.
And you can put in whatever incentives you want to put in place. They have marginal effects.
Up next, whatever you thought you knew about population, be prepared to change your mind.
I'm Scott Tinker, and I'm an energy scientist. I work in the field, lead research, speak around the world, write articles, and make films about energy. This show brings together leading experts on vital topics in energy and climate. They may have different perspectives, but my goal is to learn and illuminate and bring diverging views together towards solutions. Welcome to the Energy Switch.
The common narrative about global population is that it will grow forever, eventually overwhelming Earth's resources. But this is dead wrong. Demographic experts now agree, based on incontrovertible evidence, that human population will peak soon and begin to decline. This will have profound impacts on every aspect of global society, including energy and the environment, yet few are talking about it. Meet two experts who are. Daryl Bricker is the global CEO of Ipsos Public Affairs, a polling, research, and analysis company, and author of 6 books, including Empty Planet: The Shock of Global Population Decline. Dean Spears is an associate professor at the University of Texas, an affiliate of their Population Research Center, an expert on India, and author of the upcoming population book, After the Spike. Next on Energy Switch, a paradigm shift on global population.
We like to start with the big picture, which is, why should anybody care about these things? I mean, what do people think about global population today? When you've been out there, Daryl, what do you see?
Well, I think there's a lot of misperceptions about what's happening with global population. I think that one of the most popular memes in culture today is the expansion of the global population indefinitely, that
Right.
we're going to keep growing into the future forever. And the truth is that it's going to stop. And it's going to peak and it's going to start to decline. The only debate really is, at what point is it going to peak, at what level, and then how rapidly will it decline after that?
Right, and I can't wait to get into some of that because I think it'll be fascinating. Anything to add to that, Dean?
So something that I find that people are surprised by or don't know is that 2/3 of people now live in a country where the number of births is below 1 birth per 1 adult. If that continues, then that means that the size of the world population will, in the long run, be falling. But it's not actually that long of a long run. It's going to happen within the life of children, people alive today. We'll see the declining size of the world population.
Well, how big is it today? Where is our world today?
Well, the UN tells us it's just over 8 billion people, which is a huge expansion. Back in 1950, it was just over 2 billion people. So most of the human population growth that we've seen, the expansion of the human population, has been in less than a century.
But we were adding about if I do the math right, about 1 billion people every dozen years or so for a while.
That's not what's going to be continue to happen. We may get to 9, we may not get to 9. I mean, really, that's the question.
Thoughts on that?
The projections that I've seen, for example, the UN's medium projection has a peak in the 2080s at 10.2, and then, continuing to stay above 10 billion within the 21st century. EASA, Vienna Institute of Demography, they put it a little bit earlier. IHME at UW, they put it a little bit earlier than that. But
Right.
I think, if we concentrate on that disagreement about exactly what will happen, we miss the sort of more important picture, which is that birth rates are falling essentially everywhere because we don't really see any sustained reversal of that trend, that on the whole, the world is on this path where birth rates are falling, the size of the population will peak within a few decades and then begin to decline.
This has a lot of implications. I mean,
It absolutely-
why would our viewers care? Why does this matter?
Well, it's going to change everything. It's going to change geopolitics. It's going to change the economy. It's going to change issues related to the environment. But not only that, it's not just about the size of the population, it's the shape of the population.
Yes.
This is going to be a much, much older population.
Right.
That's a different population than the one that we have on the face of the earth today.